Today is day 2 of solving systems using substitution. Yesterday, both equations had either x or y by themselves, but today, if you can see this, only this top equation has y by itself. We're still going to go through the same process as yesterday. We'll circle the value of y, 3x minus 7, and draw an arrow as to where we're going to be plugging it in. So now in the second equation, we write down negative 2x, and then instead of y, we write down plus 3x because the 3x is positive, minus 7 equals negative 8. We can simplify the left side because we've got two like terms, negative 2x and positive 3x. We add those together, we get x minus 7 equals negative 8. And then we could add 7 to each side, and we get half of the solution, x equals negative 1. Then we could take that value of negative 1 and plug it into either the first or the second equation. This one looks like it might be a little bit easier. So I'm going to write down y equals 3 times negative 1 minus 7. Y equals negative 3 minus 7. Y equals negative 10. We tried it in the first one. In the second one, negative 2 times negative 1, that's positive 2. And positive 2 plus negative 10 does equal negative 8, so it checks out. The solution to this system then is x is negative 1 and y is negative 10. You can replay this if it helps. When you think you understand this one concept, I'm going to show you another one today. It's a little bit more complicated than this one. You want to watch this again first? Go right ahead. So now I'm going to give you the one that's a little bit more complicated. Okay. In this system, y is all by itself in the bottom equation, so we are going to be able to use substitution. So I'm going to circle that value of y, which is x minus 1, and I'm going to draw an arrow as to where it's going. It's going to go right there where y is, but look at what's in front of y. There's a number there. So it's 2 times whatever y is. It's 2 times x minus 1. So what we're going to have to do is take that x minus 1 and put it inside parentheses, because we are required to use the distributive property. So it's 2 times x, 2x, 2 times negative 1, negative 2, using the distributive property, plus 4x, equals negative 8. We've got two like terms again. Can add those together. They're on the same side. You don't want to add something to each side like yesterday. They're on the same side. 2x plus 4x is 6x. Then add 2 to each side. Divide both sides by positive 6, and you get x equals negative 1. After that, look and see where you want to plug that into to solve it for y. It looks like this bottom equation is easier to work with than the top one. So I'm going to write down that bottom equation, and instead of x, I'm going to substitute negative 1. Negative 1 minus 1. Y equals negative 2. When x was negative 1 in the bottom equation, y was negative 2. When x is negative 1 in the top equation and y is negative 2, you'd get negative 4 plus negative 4 equals negative 8, and that is a true statement. So the solution to this system is negative 1, negative 2. Once again, you can rewind this and look at it again so that you can understand it. This is day 2 of solving systems. I hope these videos help.